and a few points were raised. Again, I think it keeps repeatedly being said here that we are opposed to social housing. And you just can't keep saying that, because the facts don't back you up. You mightn't like the facts, but this government have actually put a structured plan in place, put money behind it, taxpayers' money behind that, of £6 billion to go out and build houses. And it is delivering. And it's delivering more houses than anybody here has in your own plans. So please don't keep telling me that. Please don't keep telling me that we are lacking the desire or the ambition or the nature to do this. We are fully committed to doing it. We all accept that it can't happen quick enough to solve the problem. We wish it could. Genuinely, of course, who wouldn't? Nobody wants people to be living in hotels or family hubs or anywhere else. That's not the place to raise a family. So we are committed to doing that, but you have to actually make it happen. And if you look at our short-term plans, deliver 50,000 houses over the next couple of years, and then our ambition is to deliver 110,000 houses, social houses, over the next 10 years. That's not anybody else's plans. Tonight you talk about 20,000. Sinn Féin's plans at 100,000. So let's be very clear. Yeah, tonight it's your plan. Okay, but we're consistently on this for the last number of years. But what's more important is this plan is actually delivering, because it's thought out, it's worked out, it's gone site by site. To now there's over 1,000 projects in the pipeline, delivering over 16,000 houses, and we want to double that and add more to it as well. So it's actually physically happening. And Maria Bailey is right. We've repeatedly asked here. We're not against anyone's ideas to bring in here any new concepts of delivery, any quicker ways to deliver houses. In a debate here in July, I asked, and most people were here at the time, for solutions to deliver houses quicker. It's now October. I got nothing off anybody to deliver a house quicker on site. Nothing. I got ambition, I got talks, we got plans, everything else. But no actual thing about here we are, how to make a house happen quicker. Deputy Healy-Rae, and again, conveniently, he's gone. Deputy Healy-Rae is gone. Right? I'm going to be physically building a house quicker. Can I finish the point? Deputy Healy-Rae stood up today and spoke about, we'll talk about solutions. I thought he was going to give us a whole list of ideas. Next thing, he sat down, and no solutions, out the door. In fairness, Deputy Collins, he did raise about the rural resettlement scheme. We totally agree with that, and there's been some movement on that. We want to see more of it as well. A good solution. It's not new houses, but it's using existing houses better, which we all want to do. But physically, to actually bring in houses here, I don't hear very, very many ideas on it. So, just to bring some reality to it. Last 18 months, over 7,000 adults who were homeless are now not homeless. We're not denying the figures that there's still close to 10,000 people. No one's denying that. Owen Murphy publishes the figures every day of the week. But I think it's very, very important for anybody who's homeless today understands that there is an effort here to make this better. There is an effort to make their time in homelessness a little bit better, but also to get a permanent solution. And we're doing that because 7,060 adults who are homeless are not homeless today. So please don't keep saying we're doing nothing. It's not true. I have no problem either as Owen Murphy saying it's not enough, because we know that ourselves and we'll keep doing more and more and more. But it's wrong to say we're doing nothing. That's not true. It's not honest. Repeatedly I've heard people who took part in today's debate and who are supporting as well say the government have to start a social housing plan. As if there's no plan there. I've actually sat across the table with someone and said, do you know actually that there is a Rebuilding Ireland, that there is a plan there, that there was £6 billion there, that everybody in this House supported, many wanted more, accept that, no problem with that. But everybody said that's the minimum we should go to, is 50,000 houses. That plan's in motion and it's delivering the houses. And I think everybody agreed, most stakeholders agreed at the very start of this 2 years ago, that you would have to in some cases rely on the private sector in the short term as you restarted the process of building social houses. Any sane person would accept that. There is no choice. While you're waiting to build social houses, people have to have a house somewhere. So there is a reliance on HAP and other schemes as well, and we accept that. We know it involves the private sector, but there's many in the private sector that are there to help us provide housing solutions. But it's accepted in the short term that you have to do that while you increase the social housing stock. There's no other way of doing it. People can't be left in no house. People say to me every day of the week then that HAP is not working. And I accept, and we all accept, that in some cases it hasn't worked out ideally for everybody. But there are 40,000 people who are using the HAP scheme. It was brought in by the previous government, so people who were, it was much better than rent assistance, that you actually could go back to work. Joan Burton, I remember having the meetings with her arranging this. It's a good scheme, it works well for thousands. Yes, not in some cases, there's some cases it hasn't worked well. But there's also a perception issue out there, because we have people out there who refuse to take a HAP house, or refuse to look at the scheme. So yes, there was a perception issue. But I would argue with anybody that you're much better off on a journey to a permanent house, be it a social, private or affordable, to be in a HAP house. You're better off there than in an emergency accommodation. The time is up. And I would defend that to the day comes home. But again, Chair, I want to finish on this. It's not about ideology. We are committed to social housing, but we're also committed to affordable housing and to private housing. As a government, we have a role to increase the supply of housing in general across all the schemes.
Please.
And Rebuilding Ireland and Project 2040 put in place a sustainable housing construction sector again that wasn't there 10 years ago, wasn't there 7 years ago, wasn't there 5 years ago, 3 years ago, because nobody was building houses. There was no money.
Yeah.
Now we're heading back into a sustainable housing construction sector,
Point is made, Minister.
delivering houses right across the system. That's
Minister,
our job,
please.
as we'll continue to keep doing.